Beneath the noise of New York City, below the taxis, the crowds, the skyscrapers, there's another city. Dark, damp, humming with electricity and history. A city built by hand, muscle, and nerve. These are New York's tunnels, and their story is one of obsession, danger, and engineering genius. In the early 1800s, New York was exploding with people, but the city had a deadly problem. Water. Fires were constant, disease spread fast, and clean drinking water was scarce. The solution didn't rise into the sky, it went underground. The Croton Aqueduct, completed in 1842, became one of the first massive underground projects. Planned by engineers like John B. Jervis, it carried fresh water nearly 40 miles into the city using gravity alone. No computers, no power tools, just precise surveying, stone, brick, and an unbelievable level of accuracy. If they miscalculated even slightly, the water wouldn't flow. As the city grew, water tunnels turned into transportation tunnels. By the late 1800s, Manhattan streets were choking with horses, carts, and people. The idea of moving traffic underground sounded impossible and dangerous. One of the earliest dreamers was Alfred Ely Beach, who secretly built a pneumatic subway under Broadway in 1870. It used air pressure to push a single subway car through a tunnel. It worked, people loved it, but politics killed the project. Still, the idea was planted. New York had to go underground. The real subway vision came in the early 1900s, led by engineers like William Barclay Parsons. But here's the problem. How do you dig tunnels under a dense city, under rivers, without modern machines? The answer was brutal and brilliant at the same time. Workers known as sandhogs dug through mud, clay, and solid rock using hand tools, dynamite, and early drilling equipment. Under rivers like the East River, they used pressurized chambers called caissons. Inside these airtight spaces, workers dug while compressed air kept water from flooding in. It was extremely dangerous. When workers came back to normal pressure too fast, they developed the bends, a painful and sometimes deadly condition. Many were permanently injured. Some never came back up. To prevent collapses, engineers used tunnel shields, huge metal structures pushed forward inch by inch. Workers dug at the front, and behind them, crews lined the tunnel with brick or cast iron rings. Progress was painfully slow, sometimes only a few feet per day. But foot by foot, New York's underground world expanded. By 1904, the first official subway line opened. It was a miracle of its time. Trains roared through tunnels that had taken years of blood and sweat to carve out. And it didn't stop there. Over the next century, New York added subway tunnels. Road tunnels like the Holland and Lincoln tunnels, utility tunnels, steam tunnels, and massive water tunnels. Some so deep they're still being expanded today. Now compare that to how tunnels are built today. Modern tunnel boring machines, or TBMs, are the size of a 5-story building. They grind through rock with rotating cutter heads, install concrete tunnel segments automatically, and can dig dozens of feet per day with far fewer workers at risk. Sensors constantly monitor ground movement, pressure, and alignment. Computers guide the machine with millimeter precision. What once took years can now be done in months. But even with all this technology, tunnel building is still one of the hardest engineering challenges on Earth, especially in New York. The ground beneath the city is a chaotic mix of bedrock, sand, water, old foundations, forgotten tunnels, and abandoned infrastructure. Every new tunnel is like operating on a living patient without being able to see inside. What makes New York-ass tunnels truly incredible isn't just how they were built, but when they were built. Many of the tunnels still in use today were dug more than 100 years ago, by people who had no idea if their methods would even work. They trusted math, instinct, and experience. They built in darkness, often not knowing if the ground ahead would hold or collapse. So the next time you ride the subway, drive through a tunnel, or even turn on your tap, remember this: beneath you is a hidden masterpiece, a city under the city, built by hands, powered by courage, and still holding up one of the greatest cities in the world.